All right, we've come to the first portion of public comment. Anyone wishing to be heard, please step to the microphone and identify yourself. And there'll be a 5-minute time limit as per section 29-1 of the Code of the Borough of Raritan.
Adele Getch, 6 Media Street. Being I live so close to where the proposed apartments are going to be, but yet I don't seem to, I must be far enough away that I don't get any notice of meetings. I see the big signs out there for the public meetings, but I also notice that they keep getting pushed back.
Well, that's a different meeting.
That's a different.
That's a different.
That's not-
different.
Okay.
Yeah, that was. Well, why don't you speak to that?
Well,
Because that
I
was
just
yours.
want to know like what the status of the apartments are
The
from
sta-
someone.
The status of the apartments is this. They appeared before the planning board at the last meeting, and the application was heard starting at about 8:30. And it went until 10:30 or 11 o'clock when we cut it off. They're coming back on the 30th of November to continue the application. So there certainly is no reason why you couldn't. It's a Monday night. It's an unusual night to have the planning board. There's certainly no reason why you couldn't come and listen to the application.
And the status at this point then is just an application?
That's correct. That is correct.
Okay, thank
You
you.
have concerns about that, or?
Some, I mean, we have apartments in Raritan that already aren't rented. You're adding more apartments. I know it's not a floodplain, I've lived there all my life, I know that area isn't, but
But
No, but it's
just
if
even-
people park under, I mean, it's just certain things, like if you're parking underground.
Just so you know, there's public comments
Yeah.
during the planning board meetings, just as there are in these.
Okay,
So prior to a vote, or any concerns after each professional speaks, they allow the public to come forward and question each professional. So after someone speaks, you can get up and question that particular
okay.
professional about that particular thing. So
So
you
then
can speak several
I
times
won't
throughout the
do like
night.
my individual concerns, but, because there are some, and that's also, like, is there an in and out of there,
But
does the
they're,
road change?
they're the people that, they're traffic person if they bring one. That's the
That's
person
what
who
they-
needs to address the
Exactly.
Okay,
questions.
I was wondering status, because I've seen a picture of it over there, and.
You might have multiple questions, which each one of your questions might need to be addressed to
By
a
someone
different
else.
professional. So you have multiple times to come up and speak.
And that's the
Please,
30th.
yeah.
Correct.
The proposal for apartments is a conditional use in that zone. The conditional use requirements were approved as an amended ordinance by this mayor and council. What they submit is fully compliant. There are no variances required for this. It's a conforming site plan. So you're welcome to see the plans. They're available. They're available in Lou's office. The meeting's
Well,
on the 30th. If you have any questions,
I
give me
just
a
want,
call.
it would be easier for me to ask a question than look at a plan and really.
I have to understand the plan before I ask the questions. I can go over it with you.
I think this, I proposed to freeholders that they buy land down there.
Well, that was already proposed to the freeholders.
Well, we spoke to the freeholders tonight, Andy, myself, and Chuck. And we proposed that they look at purchasing the property and make it a park, open space, green space.
The whole thing.
And although, of course, they couldn't answer first night around, but they certainly said that they were interested in the topic and they would like to look at it. So just to let everybody know, there's a plan A and there might be a plan B in the works. And I guess everybody has to decide whether they'd rather have apartments or a park. So it looks like both may be viable. If it's a quality of life thing, I think people should look at it. So just to let you know, they are at least tentatively interested in the mix. Just to let you know.
To tell you the truth, we've been working for years now with the county on using open space monies.
I had assumed that at one time that was all supposed to be a greenway, that's what I had thought.
No,
Let me finish
Go ahead,
here.
go ahead.
So after we had that redevelopment summit at Duke Island, at Duke Estates, we hooked up with the county, Stephanie and I and Stan, and we proposed that we put in quite a bit of money every year to open space. And if you look at the riverfront and the redevelopment project that we've been working on for 6 years, the B&B property down there, or Total Automotive, which everybody knows because that was such a headache, is right in the target zone. If you put a bullseye over the whole redevelopment project, that is right in the center of it. So with the Greenway coming in from Somerville 206 behind that, and if the county would purchase that property, turn that into parkland, which they've done a study on already. They've done environmental work, and there's a couple of issues that apparently the landlord needs to monitor. Not so much that there's issues with DEP, but there's issues with monitoring now that it's been cleared up. So that's in the process with the county, and they're working with, trying to push the process along, but they're working with the property owner there, and hopefully that would be parkland all the way up to this piece of property from the golf course. And then, we had proposed maybe a bathroom at the golf range with air filling stations and things like that. So that, and then the county just put in another application for the Greenway extension to go from the golf range all the way down to hopefully meet up with the other Greenway parks.
And to further that, this project has already gone before the county as well. The county did like this project.
And they also,
The county at the planning board, the county was very much in favor of this program. They actually helped design, and going behind all of this is the Greenway, is the Somerset County Greenway, goes completely behind this entire project. And so the county is on board with this program, with this project. So this has already been approved by the county has seen this, they liked this. So the developers have met with the county, so.
Well, just to let you know, though.
This too has already been brought forward, and this has been part of our,
this has been in the works for a while.
our plan that has been going forward.
Okay, but the gist of the conversation with the freeholders was all park space and Greenway. And not to say that that isn't gonna happen or is gonna happen, I have no idea. But it was a little different take than what Stephanie's telling us right now. And it was Parkway and Greenway all the way from one end to the other.
It's gonna be a nice big, this will be a nice chunk of tax revenue. Parks could be nothing. We are getting some revenue from the owners of United Dye. So this is another benefit from it, and it's gonna be a very nice place
And
down
also,
there.
this is compliant with Raritan Borough's master plan. So that's also.
So either way, but there are things in the works, and there's been stuff in the works for years now with open space, especially we want to recoup some of our investments in open space, because we just don't have it. It seems like it's always going out to Hillsborough and Franklin and everywhere else, where we're not going to drive 25, 35 minutes to use a park.
And we've missed out on the open space tax.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else have any other questions?